mission standpoint, to my mind, it's still the same as it always was, right? Which is, catalyzing more participation for women, by women, in technology, in venture, etc. But I'm also very kind of dogmatic that this has to be, I don't feel any kind of weight around. I'm very comfortable to kind of do that in a world where we don't need to talk about the standards looking different or shifting.
Yes. And I think that has been like our own key sticking point is, there is, if you step back from like the for-profit, like kind of standard, like for
commercial model.
Like, yeah, exactly. We want like, well, returns-based VC, we're just not focusing on XYZ.
Yeah.
Then it becomes interesting because when people are redirecting capital towards women, it's almost with a visible lowering of their standards.
Yeah. Which I think I personally have always been quite uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, just even, it would be fair also to acknowledge too that the other side of the equation, and I think there are many, many reasons why that happens. But when you say, I'm a female-focused venture fund, allocating capital to women, I want to write their first checks, I think there's also an expectation too often on the other side that you're not going to get, I'm not going to face a lot of rigor here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be easy.
Yes.
And I always say to people that raising capital by definition is not really something that you should expect to be easy. I mean, it shouldn't be unreasonably difficult. And there's, of course, a bunch of things that we know that happen in that experience for women that is suboptimal and we want to take away. But the idea that I'm trying to raise $1 million and I should have a 30-minute conversation with you and you should write me a check is a little bit perverse.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. So you guys, I never told you this. Somebody bumped into, let's say, a friend of mine and said, they started talking about FirstCheck Africa, and they said, it's actually quite hard to get it's quite hard to get money. It's like they know who they want to invest in. I'm like, actually, no, we don't. But I thought to myself, I'm actually quite comfortable with that.
Actually, you know what? I guess the answer is yes, we do know who we want to invest in.
Right. I know that she's ambitious. Yeah. I know that she's thoughtful about her business model. I know that, the diligence process is one that we both, you know what I mean?
Like, description.
So I remember I
didn't even actually quite hard. I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, right. So I remember when it was told to me, it was kind of like, apparently the way it went was, I don't know if I should tell you this because, I don't want it to get. And they're like, yeah, tell me. So they were like, I think she'll be fine with that reference. I'm like, but you know what? I'm actually quite comfortable with it. Yeah. I think, at the end of the day, we're investing in good business models, large market opportunities, companies that happen to be led by women, can sort of have the potential to grow, to scale, to become very large, are technology driven. And I don't think any of that criteria for me or for us needs to shift. I think there's enough going on.
I think it's good that it's that set in stone that people can acknowledge that it's not that easy to get money. Yeah. Because at least it's a testament to the rigor in the process.
Yeah. So
and that has to be there.
So I thought I don't think I was supposed to think it was cool, but I thought it was quite cool.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes it can feel like if you're pitching to two female investors who invest in female-led businesses, like there's things that like we will automatically overlook, but that's not the case. We just would like to fund you because you're building a business. You just happen